In October of 2023, a creator named Rick uploaded a video to his channel, Rick and His Van. What started as a quiet solo camping trip slowly turned into a nightmare.
Hang on. Did you see that? Or was that just me? There's my gimbal. I left my gimbal there. Swear. This me. Oh, there was someone standing there. There was someone standing right here. I swear to God, there was someone standing right here by my gimbal. Right.
Rick had driven deep into an isolated forest, searching for an abandoned tin church hidden somewhere in the trees. After cooking dinner beside his camper and waiting for darkness to settle in, he grabbed a flashlight and disappeared into the woods alone. The deeper he walked, the quieter everything became. Eventually, he found it. A small, rusted building sitting silently in the darkness. But the moment he turned back toward the trail, something stopped him cold. Near the spot where he left his camera equipment, a figure was standing completely still, not moving, not speaking, just watching him from the dark. Seeing someone silently waiting beside your gear in the middle of nowhere is enough to make your blood run cold. Rick immediately grabs his things, rushes back through the forest, locks himself inside the van, and tries convincing himself it was nothing. At 11 p.m., he goes to bed, but 2 hours later...
What is it? 1 o'clock in the morning. And I swear blind, I just got woken up by someone trying the van door handles. Right, there was a knock. There was definitely a knock. Someone was trying the van door handles as well. I'm going to turn the lights out. Someone was trying the van door handles. Okay. I heard a car pull up.
Rick suddenly wakes up to noises coming from outside the camper. Someone is knocking against the side of the van. Then the door handles start moving. Whoever is outside is actively trying to get in, and that's what makes the situation terrifying. He isn't in a house. He isn't near people. He's trapped inside a thin metal vehicle, miles away from help, surrounded by darkness. Rick stays completely silent while listening to footsteps outside. Then a car pulls up nearby. It idles for a moment before eventually driving away. For a second, it feels over, but it wasn't, because at 2:45 in the morning, they came back.
I've heard that car come back at its spot. 2:45 now. That van's come back, well, that car's come back. That 4x4 vehicle. I can't hear anyone. I can't hear anyone talking outside. There we go, there we go.
The exact same vehicle returns and parks directly outside the camper again. And that changes everything. This wasn't some random person passing through the woods anymore. Whoever they were, they knew he was there, and they were waiting for another chance to get inside. Rick realizes staying there could get him killed. Without even stepping outside, he climbs straight from the bed into the driver's seat, starts the engine, and tears out of the forest in the middle of the night. He made it home safely before sunrise, but to this day, he still has no idea who was standing beside his equipment in the woods, or who kept returning to his van in the dead of night. A creator named Alyssa runs a YouTube channel called Alyssa Vanilla, where she documents her solo van trips across the country. Most of her videos are peaceful, empty deserts, quiet roads, long nights alone beneath the stars. But in October of 2022, one of those trips took a seriously unsettling turn. Alyssa had parked her van alone in the desert, far away from the city. The area looked completely empty. She spent the afternoon relaxing outside, opening the van doors to let the desert heat roll through while she rested in the silence. Later, she walked to the back of the van to do laundry, then sat back down in the dirt, planning to stay there overnight. Everything felt calm, until someone suddenly showed up.
Doing okay?
Yes, I am.
I'm just kind of checking, making sure everybody's got enough water and...
Oh, okay. Are you a ranger or?
No, I just live close.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of come out and check, make sure, because I know there's a lot of people that come out here that don't have a lot.
I'm fine right now. I don't know if I'll stay here, but I just wanted to check it out and see. It's pretty hot though.
Do you do this, like, is this what you do for a living? Do you, like, travel around or what?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah?
Yep.
So
Gotta
how long
wait.
have you been doing this for?
I've been in the van for like almost a year, last November, so getting close. But I was traveling around in my car since 2020, so it's been a while.
So you've been a nomad for a while.
Yeah. Yes, I'm used to it.
And you're enjoying it, I suppose.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, well, just so you know.
An ATV rider approaches her campsite out of nowhere. At first, the interaction seems harmless, but the second Alyssa starts speaking to him, the visitor suddenly prepares to leave. Then oddly, he turns around and comes right back. That's when the conversation becomes disturbing. The stranger tells her there's supposedly another person hiding in the hills nearby, watching her from a distance. And the longer he keeps talking, the stranger's behavior starts feeling less like a warning and more like manipulation. Alyssa slowly realizes something feels seriously wrong. Because if someone truly dangerous was hiding nearby, why would this random man calmly sit there explaining it to her instead of leaving? And why did he return the moment she tried checking the area herself? The entire conversation carries this strange tension, like he's trying to pressure her into doing something or going somewhere else. And once that realization hits her, panic takes over.
Hey,
Hi.
so you have a guy
Uh-huh.
on the mountain up there that is watching you with binoculars.
Okay, well, that's unnerving. Well, I guess I won't be staying.
Well, it's not that you can't stay. Just, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
The other side of the mountain is safer.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
He's driving a older Dodge pickup, and he told me he comes out here and offers water
Uh-huh.
to people, but I would stay away from him. He told me he parks up there and looks around to see who might need water, who might need this, who might need that. And I was like, I turned and looked and went, well, her fucking camper is right in the...
Clearly shaken by the encounter, Alyssa immediately starts throwing her belongings back into the van. No hesitation, no staying the night. She leaves the desert as fast as possible and drives back towards the city. Only after reaching a safer location does she finally stop and explain how deeply uncomfortable the entire situation felt. But even then, she still couldn't fully explain what the stranger actually wanted.
I don't know. I don't really... As soon as he left, I threw all of my shit in my van. I got my solar panels, my generator. I threw everything off. I took my window covers down and I just booked it to town and drove as far away from that side of town as possible. I think that I need to rest and go to bed, and I will revisit
And honestly, that's what makes this encounter so creepy. Maybe the man was trying to scare her into leaving the area. Maybe he wanted her isolated somewhere worse. Or maybe he was simply someone local who didn't want strangers camping nearby. But the way he approached her, the strange story about a hidden watcher, and the way he kept returning to continue the conversation, all of it feels deeply off. Especially when you remember one thing. She was completely alone in the middle of the desert. Luckily, Alyssa trusted her instincts, packed everything up, and made it back to town safely that night. But if she had ignored that feeling, there's no telling how that encounter could have ended. A YouTube channel called Travel Tales follows a couple traveling across Europe in a motorhome with their dog, Holly. Most of their videos are calm. Mountain roads, quiet campsites, peaceful nights parked beneath the stars. But during a trip through France in March of 2023, that calm disappeared completely. After arriving at their first campsite, the couple realized the ground was far too slanted to sleep comfortably. So they moved to another nearby parking area that looked much better. During the daytime, it seemed harmless, empty, quiet, safe. But once night fell, everything changed.
We're back on the road because we couldn't sleep where we were. Basically, there were a lot of people outside our van and we didn't feel safe there, so we had to leave. We were asleep and we heard a lot of noise coming from outside. We think that there were people having a laugh, and a chat, but it turned out to be a nightmare for us. We're very tired right now. What the hell?
Sometime in the middle of the night, the couple suddenly wakes up to voices outside the motorhome. At first, it sounds distant, music playing, people laughing near a parked car a few meters away, but then the noise gets closer, much closer. The group walks directly toward the motorhome and suddenly, bang, someone slams against the exterior. Then another hit, the bonnet, the sides of the van, loud enough to shock both the couple and their dog awake instantly. And that's the terrifying part of van life. When someone targets your vehicle at night, you're not inside a house. You're trapped inside a thin shell of metal with strangers standing only inches away in the dark. The couple immediately realizes this situation could spiral out of control fast, and instead of stepping outside to confront the group, they make a split-second decision. Leave, now.
And I heard voices outside the van, so they came up to the van and started hitting. I'm sure I heard one on the bonnet.
Yes, and me and Holly were...
Yeah, Holly started barking.
Yeah. We were in a complete shock. Even now, we're still a bit... We've been driving for 15 minutes without any maps.
Yeah, just driving straight.
We're so scared that they were going to follow us. That's what I thought, to be honest.
No, I don't think so. They went back in the car. Just a bunch of idiots, I think. First they were banging on the van at the front, and that's what kind of woke me up, and then I think there were more than one. Some were banging on the side as well.
Yeah, but the ones on the side were really loud.
Yeah.
That me and Holly jumped.
Yeah. Well, at first I thought it was someone trying to get into the van, but...
The engine starts. Lights flick on inside the motorhome, and the moment that happens, the group suddenly runs back toward their car. That alone tells you everything. Whatever they were planning, they clearly weren't expecting the couple to react so quickly. Still terrified they might be followed, the couple drives away into the night without even checking a map. For 15 straight minutes, they just keep driving. No destination, no plan, just distance. Later, they admit their first instinct was actually to step outside and see what was happening. But thankfully, they realized how dangerous that could have been. Because confronting a group of strangers in complete darkness, far away from help, could have gone very differently. The next morning, after finally parking somewhere safe, they reflect on what happened.
With their van, and it's very frustrating because when there are people outside your van, you get that feeling of being scared. You don't know who they are, you don't know what they're doing, you don't know in what state they are in, so we were a bit worried yesterday. That's why we left that parking space.
Yeah, I think we did the good thing. We just left right away. Like at first I was gonna try and go outside and see. Like that's the first instinct. Like when you hear someone like hitting your van and like it's on purpose, you want to go out and like,
Yeah.
I don't know do what really, because there were a few of them. So I think we did the right thing. We just left.
Looking back, the couple believes they may have unknowingly parked near some kind of local late-night hangout spot. And maybe the people outside were only trying to scare them. Maybe it was drunken behavior. Maybe it was just a joke. But when you're asleep inside what is essentially your home and strangers suddenly start surrounding it in the middle of the night, your brain doesn't treat it like a joke. It treats it like survival. The couple later admits they had probably become too relaxed after traveling through extremely safe areas like Germany. Their guard had dropped. But one thing they did get right was leaving immediately. Because in van life, the moment a situation feels wrong, waiting around to see what happens next is sometimes the worst decision you can make. CJ Faison is a YouTube creator known for documenting road trips, creepy locations, and nights spent alone inside his van. A lot of his content involves abandoned areas, deep forests, and unexpected encounters with strangers after dark. And in December of 2024, one trip to the Pine Barrens in New Jersey became especially unsettling. The video starts off normal enough. CJ spends the day riding his bike through the woods, exploring trails, and documenting the isolated scenery around him. But once night falls, he parks his van deep in the area and settles into bed for the night. That's when the atmosphere changes completely.
Going with my spidey senses on this one, for lack of a better term, but I've been camping twice in the Pine Barrens where I have either been stalked or tormented in the woods at some of the most remote campgrounds that you can go to. I don't know what it is. I don't know who it is. I don't know what they want. It's so frustrating to me that, listen, I bought a very expensive van to go camping and go adventuring. This is about adventure and seeing things and going to scary places, yes, and trying to find ghosts, not finding people screwing with me the whole time. I'm sitting here telling you all this as just a human. This is me to you talking.
While lying inside the van, CJ suddenly hears the sound of a vehicle somewhere nearby. At first, it doesn't seem like much, just another passing car somewhere in the darkness. But out there in the middle of nowhere, even small noises feel unsettling, and then two headlights slowly appear through the dark. If you watch closely, the lights don't just pass by, they linger, hovering down the road from his van almost like someone is sitting there watching him. That's the creepy part, not knowing if it's coincidence or if someone has specifically noticed you parked alone in the woods. And the longer those headlights remain still, the worse the feeling gets.
GoPro off the front, and I knew I shouldn't have done it. It is what it is. My fault, not any of yours. You can roast me in the comments all you want. Sure shit, that Ford F-150, the first one, pulls up at the four-way intersection. Comes around into the parking lot that I'm at. It's an abandoned place, empty parking lot. Pulls in like this, goes a long way to get back to the four-way intersection, and then goes that way. Instead of, when he got to this intersection doing this, he goes into the parking lot over here, goes up even more, and then comes back really slow. Did not stop for the stop sign, like blew straight through that stop sign. So I'm like, all right, did that car that was hidden in the woods call its buddy and be like, hey, we got a solo camper back here. He's the only person we can see, yada, yada, yada. Let's do it.
Later in the footage, CJ reveals something even stranger. The same truck had already circled around him earlier that night. At one point, while CJ sat at a stop sign, the driver reportedly ignored the intersection completely and sped straight through it just to enter the dark parking area where his van was parked. And according to CJ, the truck seemed entirely focused on him, not the road, not the area, him. The driver allegedly blew past stop signs, slowed near the van, stared toward him, then drove off into the darkness again. That kind of behavior instantly changes the situation from uncomfortable to threatening, because normal drivers don't aggressively circle isolated vehicles in the woods late at night, especially not repeatedly.
Fuck me. No! Oh, you fucking dumbass. Well, that's nice. I'm not going to get it. I'm not going outside this van. You got a better chance at winning the fucking lottery than me doing that. Oh my.
After the encounter, CJ decides to stay locked inside the van for the rest of the night. And honestly, that was probably the smartest choice he could have made. Because at that point, there's no way to know the person's true intentions. Maybe they were drunk, maybe they were lost, or maybe they saw someone alone in the woods and decided to mess with him for fun. But when somebody repeatedly circles your location, ignores traffic signs just to pull up beside you, and watches you from the darkness, it stops feeling random very quickly. Luckily, CJ never stepped outside to confront the driver, because when someone is already behaving aggressively in the dark, approaching them alone in the middle of the Pine Barrens could have ended far worse.